Well, it is time to express what I think 76 needs to go anywhere. And I'm going to start this by saying I love this game. I do, but I don't play it as much as I used to because there's no point to logging in and playing much other than wasting my money on atoms and buying stuff in hopes they add what is needed to make it get longevity again. And yes, they've added stuff, they've added events, they've added expeditions. And in reality, like the expedition thing, I think is fantastic. They are great. They are essentially an instance that, or a dungeon, if you will, like a normal MMO. They need more of them and not be like a once a year, 1 or 2 mission ad. They need to be a bunch of them. But also, if you're going to add an expedition for an area, you should add that area to the map that we can enjoy outside of the dungeon or the instance, whatever have you. Maybe they used to have the raid dungeon, the 1 vault or 2 vaults, make those an expedition, tweak them, also add loot to them. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I was pushing it off until the Atlantic City update to see if it was just going to be the expedition on the release of that, or if we were going to get more. Now, we did have the note showing the new expanded map area in that, and that is awesome. But that doesn't fix the core problem of this game. The hands down biggest problem the game has, other than some quality of life thing, is there's no power progression. That is the biggest problem, because yeah, they keep adding these events and adding all this stuff, and there's cool cosmetic and plans and stuff for your camp, but once you have a character built and geared, that's it. There's no more. Like here they add a weapon here and there, but it doesn't do anything. So I have a list, and I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, knock the biggest one out of the thing. So if you don't want to sit through the whole video, you don't have to. But I have a bunch of quality of life things, and if you know somebody at Bethesda, send them this video. Like, I want to see this game have life, and I want to have a reason to log in and play it again, more than just collect the atom, buy the atom stuff and spend my money on the scoreboard, because I don't have a drive to play it like I did. And it's not because it's a bad game. I've always liked the game. I still, I've always enjoyed it. But let's get to the list. First of all, raise the level cap. Not the limited level, the main core level cap. Needs to go to 100 from 50. If you haven't played this game, or you've played this game, you know the gear stops at level 50. That needs to be raised to 100 with the release of this new thing. That will be the first biggest thing this game needs, and that should happen every year at least, or every 2 years. When you add in a big major expansion or DLC, they should raise the level cap. This is what every single MMO does for the most part, and it gives you a reason to get in there, play, because you get some new stuff, new gear, and that fixes 2 problems. Number 1, that lets you soft reset the meta without upsetting your players, and what I mean by that is they got rid of legacies, because legacies were broken, and taking them away angers people. Don't take stuff away from them. You can do this without damaging the game and upsetting people, and that is by letting you out level those items. If you want to reset the meta, and let's say you wanted to get rid of bloodied, nobody wants to get rid of bloodied, but let's say you wanted to, well, you raise the level cap another 10, 20, 30, 50 levels, and you essentially can make not that item perk not drop on higher tier items or higher level items, and that basically lets you soft reset the meta. You basically can They can still have the items. You don't have to take it away from them, but you nullify them essentially because they're going to be worthless after a certain level because you're going to get higher and more damage items, and that fixes that problem. So people can keep their legacies. They're just not as powerful as they used to be because they've out-leveled them. So yes, definitely raise the level cap. I would say at this point, since items from like mid-level to level 50 items don't scale that much, make that scaling from, let's say if we only raised it from 50 to 60 and not 100, then you would make that level 60 item twice as powerful as a level 50 item. And that way you just nullify the old items. They're just worthless. So you would have to go and get new gear. Still keep the crazy unlimited level. Let's just make that prestige level. And let's say you did raise the level cap. How do you go about doing this without affecting the prestige level? No big deal. You just make the next so many levels that you gain by playing the game go towards the base level cap. That way the expansion or whatever doesn't come out and then all of a sudden you're instantly the level because you're level 4,000. You just basically the next 4 levels or 10 levels you get raises your level to 60. Simple, easy fix. That's easy to do. And what I've gotten written here is your character level becomes prestige level. Example is if you are level 7,600, that is your prestige level and is on pause until you hit the new level cap. If your character is level 50, when this change goes into effect, then you stay level 50. Any additional levels are your prestige level or rank or whatever term you use. If lower level, then you stay at the level and progress to the new level cap before contributing towards your previous prestige levels. And the reason for increasing level, like I said before, is power progression. Other things that you can do if you were to raise the level cap is add new perk cards to fill the new additional slots, because as you gain more levels, you gain more perk points. Raise perk slot limit to 20 up from 15. These are all my suggestions. Like, I don't think any of this is going to happen, but this is my list and what I would love to see for the game. You can keep earned gear, becomes worthless without community outcry like removing legacies did. Add new legendary perks. This is all part of soft meta resets. So you could add new legendary perks. Additionally, go along with raid level, add additional perks, add 4 and 5 star legendaries. And I wouldn't, and I'm just going to go down my list because I don't want to go, it's a lot. But that's my initial thing. Quality of life changes that the game should really get because we have issues with a lot of things. Increase cap limit to 1 million and make it account wide. Just simple. You have all the characters you want. You know, we have a limit of 5 characters. Just make caps account wide and go up to 1 million. Because right now it's with 40,000 per character, nowhere near enough because caps almost have no value. So let's make the cap limit to 1 million and make it account wide. Increase stash to 10K and make it account wide. Same thing. If you wanted to make a combined stash that's account wide, throw that behind Fallout first, whatever. I don't care. Things that need to be doing. Make plans learned account wide. Raise all currency caps to double all 5 characters combined in account wide. So your script, gold, all those things, double it of what all 5 characters could have combined and account wide. Those are things that need. I would suggest doing this for every 2 years for as long as you want to support the game. Next section, weapon and armor crafting change suggestion. Let us roll specific slots on our items. So like additionally to the 4 and 5 star thing that we've asked for and need, add re-rollable slots for those. So we would go to the vendor, gamble with our script for a star slot would be my thing. And then that way you're keeping the RNG. You're not just going to go craft the perfect item. You still have to do the RNG. That gives you a little bit of play loop and cycle. And just saying that, I'm going to go into the rework the entire armor and weapon crafting system. Fully crafted items would be account bound. That would be the one main solution that would fix some of the issues. So you can't just pump out the most perfect weapons and ask for a million caps for them. Let us break down legendaries for the current break down legendaries as is for current currency. So you can still get your currencies, but you would have that new cap account wide. Purchase random star effects from vendor scaling cost per star, like 100 for 1 star, 200 for 2 star, 3, so on and so forth, and scrap mods for X%. So like I said, you scrap, gamble 100 script for a 1 star thing and it's bad, you script it for 100 or 50. So you keep that cycle of needing to get script, and you can still work towards making that perfect item. But once you make that perfect item, it is account bound. So you can make it, put in your stash, pull it for another character. You can gear your account. It could add a bunch of filler effects and better ones. Rare but not impossible would let you work towards crafting that perfect item. Keep current random gear drops. You could still loot tradable god roll if you get one. Still keeps that economy going. Nuclear winter, bring it back. Full time or limited. Let us progress seasons the way that way, or as an alternative or supplementative. Add new maps, rotate them seasonally. This should be easy to do, wouldn't take much resources because you're working towards the main season. You could add simple skins to the season that only unlock by doing simple challenges with the nuclear winter, and give a reason to play it on top of regular season progression. Expand the current map, include more of existing one, or add to the map. Like I know we're getting an extended area, so that goes into that. Cross-play and cross-save. We've been asking this for the beginning, and I know Sony ruined that for everything, but it really needs to be a thing. Camp building. This is kind of my wish list, but things that I think would be nice is custom world and vault building rules in adventure mode. We can do it. You let us do it on those, just let it have it on adventure mode. I know that nullifies a lot of my videos, because a lot of my videos were all about learning those tips and tricks and weird ways to manipulate the game to let you play something. But as cool as that is, and as many views as I've gotten for those, weirdly enough, my most popular videos are my electrical ones. Just learning your electrical system is a little bit of a learning curve, but the tips and tricks ones, they did all right. So yeah. Reorganize and optimize the camp list. Though all the items are just all over the place, they really need a reorganization and placement. That would be really nice to break it down into individual categories for things, and make sure when you add new items, you put them in the right categories, because we still have weird stuff that is put in the miscellaneous that should be in the floor items, and some floor decor items should be in the miscellaneous. We really need a full relist of everything and put in place. Rework wall mechanics, and I've said this, and I've suggested this and everything. My suggestion would be we could place a empty frame, and then we could add a door frame to frame, or a window frame to the frame, and then we can add a skin to either side. That would be my way to rework the wall system, so we don't have to double wall to make the inside wall and the outside wall pretty like we want. It would just be a simple solution. I know it does rework everything, and also when you do that, you could probably make the frame snap together a little better, because they don't currently do so. Like, some of them just won't place unless you get really creative on the organization of which you place the items to get it to snap. Like, let us snap walls to ceilings and floors to foundations and all that stuff. Just, but again, if we had the vault and custom world mechanics, and that would fix a lot of those things. But yeah, let us skin either side, or give us an interior wall would be nice. This change alone reduces the chunk of budget for Camp Builder, since we all double wall to wallpaper both sides as it is. Heck, I've been playing Once Human, and we can just skin both sides of the wall. That would be a simple fix. Keep the existing walls, but let us skin either side. Really simple. It could be an alternative to the advanced wall building mechanics. Enable similar to currently switching between wall and wallpaper and toggling and snapping. Keep it simple for regular builders. So you could have both systems if you wanted, or just give us an advanced system to place the frame and skin. And then some dream changes for camp building. Half vertical and horizontal walls, quarter horizontal walls, short horizontal quarters and half quarter walls, half and quarter foundations, shallow and steep or roof angles and pieces. With all the above mentioned, placeable floor frames would be nice to pick placement for left or right corner, so you could move the door instead of center. You could have it on either side. Same thing for windows. Have a door and a window on a wall would be nice. Left, right, and center stair placement on floors. Don't know if I have anything else in this list. But yeah, that's a big chunk of what I think this game really, really needs. Again, I want to see this game have a longer life to it, and currently we're what, 4 years, almost 5 years into this game, and I'm still using the same gear I've gotten on most of my characters in the first year of playing that character. And I've been playing since beta. And like I said, I'm to the point now where I just log in, check the item shop, and eventually just whale these seasons because I don't have the drive to play it, because there's no point to playing it if you can't get stronger. I mean, that's, there's a reason why World of Warcraft still has players after nearly 20 years, is because they add an expansion which adds levels and some abilities and changes things around, adds areas. I mean, yeah, I know they have a monthly sub, but they also don't have the Atom Shop, and I know the Atom Shop's making money, so it can definitely cover it. Now that you got Microsoft money, maybe you can put some effort into giving this game back the life that it needs. And like I said, raising level cap, adding perks, new legendary effects, let us get to higher level gear. Also, make sure all the types of gear can go to the new level, instead of like why some level things stop at 45 and some stops at 50. Weird. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough at this, but that is what I feel the game needs. Feel free to add in the comments, share it with people, add suggestions. I might make a version 2 of this, but at this moment, that is what I feel the game needs, or it's just going to stagnate, which it has for the last while. Even like I said, I know they've added expeditions and a few other things. Yeah, I know I have a lot more stuff. I mean, if you've seen some of my posts before, I have pages and pages and pages of stuff that goes just to camp building. We've got a lot of those, but the main reason I spent so much time in my camp is because once you're geared, I stay at cap capacity almost all the time, and I just literally camp hop and buy plans, because I don't spend caps on anything, because there's nothing to spend caps on. In the events, like you go to an event and you get a plan that you may have or may not, then you sell that plan for a little bit. Like, I've been selling plans, almost every plan I've ever gotten, I've sold for a cap, because I have no reason to spend my caps. Let us buy some of the unavailable plans that are hard to get from a vendor for a high cap amount. Something, just give us a reason to use them. And also, like I said, let us have enough to do something with. But yeah, hopefully I can get back to making some more 76 videos eventually. But this is why I've kind of like not done as much with the game here on YouTube, is because I've been dealing with this. This is my annoyance. See you next time.